Lucifer season 6 is finally here, and it is the final season of Lucifer. That means we're not going to get any more Lucifer. Lucifer season 6 continues the story from season 5 part 2. Now Lucifer is literally God. He's just about to go to heaven. But first he has to deal with all of the relationships he has here on earth. And the arrival of a mysterious new person in his life changes everything. I'm not going to give away any spoilers in this video. It's a completely spoiler free video, so sit back and enjoy. If you want to know what I think about Lucifer in general, I have my reviews for the series as well as season 5 part 2 on my channel. You can check them out in this playlist here. And yeah, talking about season 6, I thought this season was great. This season was just a perfect conclusion to a really good show, and I'm just satisfied with the way it ended. The ending of the show is surprisingly profound and thoughtful, which I thought was great. I mean, it ends on an emotional note, but at the same time, it does not go a route where everyone's happy. I mean, everyone's just perfect in their lives. It actually takes a few risks and gives us a bittersweet ending that adds some weight to the show. Overall, it's definitely emotional to see all of your favorite characters for the last time. It does that with such grace, and it ends on a very good message. It essentially is about change. I mean, it doesn't matter what you were in the past, there is always room for change. You can always change into a better person, and that was done beautifully in the end. And throughout these 10 episodes, I was constantly engaged in what was happening. And all of the characters, the way they give closure to each and every one of those characters just feels perfect. And the acting in the show is amazing. I mean, I don't need to tell you that Tom Ellis is perfect as Lucifer. Tom Ellis is amazing. He's just so well cast in this role. He just chews it up completely. He's amazing in this one and this season. So good. Lauren German, DB Woodside, Rachel Harris, like everyone in the show. The acting is just top notch. The humor is very well done in this season. I absolutely loved the humor. There is one episode which takes place partially as a cartoon which I thought was very creative, inventive, and it was very well done. I had a lot of fun watching that particular episode, and also many other episodes. It constantly takes these creative choices and does certain things differently, so it just adds something to the show. It just adds a level of entertainment and fun to the show that makes it so engaging to watch. And the writers did a good job of balancing out everything, balancing out the character relationships with the central conflict of this season, and with Lucifer's personal story and the stories of all of the other characters in the show. I thought all of that was done so well in this season, and it just balances out all so well that in the end, you're just satisfied with it. It's definitely one of the better seasons of Lucifer. Coming to things that don't work, I thought the initial few episodes had certain things going in it that I wasn't really caring for, because this is the final season of Lucifer. You should have focused a little bit more on the central story rather than diverting on some cases. That's my biggest gripe with Lucifer in general. I think sometimes they just give cases a bit too much focus, because I find myself engaged with what's happening with the characters more than what's happening in these cases that they go about. But yeah, initially that was the problem, but they sort of got over it and then gave it a proper conclusion. But yeah, there was that problem initially, and also few scenes I was not as invested in them. I think they could have removed a few scenes here and there, and that would have made the show more tighter in its pacing, because sometimes it does feel slow. I mean, it's definitely entertaining, but you just feel the slow nature of a few sequences here and there. I think an 8 episode season would have been more effective than a 10 episode season. It's still great, but then it just could have made it a lot better. But overall, I thought Lucifer season 6 was great. It was a really nice conclusion to a very good show. All of the characters, the way they end, way they give closure to these characters, it's just perfect, and the final episode, it just hits you right on the emotional level, and it's surprisingly thought-provoking and profound. I absolutely loved that. The message that they gave with it is actually amazing. Acting is great. What do I even need to tell you? If you're a fan of Lucifer, then this season will not disappoint. It ends everything in a way that's just amazing. So if you're a fan of the show, do not hesitate to watch the season. If you haven't watched the show at all, I will definitely recommend it. I will recommend that you watch these 6 seasons because they're really good seasons of television. With all of that said, I'm going to give Lucifer season 6 an A-. On the entertainment scale, it is a solid 8.5 out of 10. I had a lot of fun with this season. If you're a fan of the show, you will not be disappointed. That's what I thought about Lucifer season 6. And after watching how the show ends, I actually respect the show a lot more now because of the message they were trying to give, because of the way certain things wrap up. Looking back, I just am liking certain things in the past seasons a little bit more. And that's always great. One thing I can appreciate is that the writers and the creators, they knew where to stop it, because season 6, it just feels nice, because if they would have gone further and made more seasons of Lucifer, I think it would have lost that charm. So I think kudos to everyone who took the decision to just stop it at the perfect place and, just give it a proper closure. I really loved it. So comment down below what you guys thought about season 6 of Lucifer, and also tell me what other movies, shows or books do you want me to review on this channel. I will try my best to do that. And if you like this video, then I'm very sure you're going to like the other videos on this channel, so do check them out. Consider subscribing to the channel, share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you again.